button just because we have people that aren't on. So do you guys all have a good Christmas and Hanukkah or whatever you do? Everybody have a good holiday? I know it feels like we have not chatted forever. And so I want to just catch up with you guys tonight on some things. And I need your help with some things. I'm planning some things that we're going to be doing a little different. So the first thing that I want to bring up, well, let me tell you what they're going to be so you know where we're going. We're going to talk about the new comp plan and promotion dates. We're going to talk about our customer care group on Facebook and some ideas around that. We're going to talk about our team get together in Phoenix, and then the team incentive that I just put out. And then anything else that you guys need help with, okay? Okay, so first of all, how did you guys feel your year ended up? Did you rock it out the whole end of the year?
Reagan,
holidays catch up with you?
Reagan, I'll speak first. Actually, our check in December was the largest check we've ever had in the 13 years we've been doing this.
Wow, congratulations.
So that was pretty, I was surprised, but very happy.
I'm excited. I know people were worried about their checks. Everybody's checks were low in November. And I don't know if it's the way that the dates rolled through or I don't know, but we were all like, oh, what's going on? But I had a feeling that December would go back up. So that's good. Anybody else?
I didn't rock it at the end of the year, but I have been sowing seeds. So that's what I've been doing.
Good. You're good at sowing seeds.
I'm not worried about it because I'm just kind of either on fire or not on fire.
Okay.
But I'm okay with that.
Well, as long as you're happy and you are where you are, and then we're happy for you. So, okay. So how is everybody feeling? I felt like there was some, I'm in a lot of different Voxer groups, and I felt like there was a lot of apprehension in some of the groups about the switch over to this new marketing or compensation plan, and to use the right words. How are you guys feeling about that? How are you feeling about the new compensation plan and how it works?
I'm still trying to get my brain around it, you know, with the numbers, and because it was just always just so fresh in my head about what I needed to hit. I'm unsure about like the 2,000 plus. Is that like a 4,000 plus now if we're doubling? You know, I'm just those kind of things I'm unsure about.
Yeah. So like the HLP, which is the first one, is 1,000. So what you guys want to do is go to the freedomrevolution.com and click on the United States Compensation Plan. Remember that the password is lowercase revolution, okay? And go in there and just watch the marketing plan. Now I'm going to tell you where your brain needs to shift is before, and we did a call on this so you can go back and look, but before we used to get paid 70, so we got paid on PBC, and that promotional volume credit was 75% of the wholesale amount of Juice Plus. So we were getting paid 75% of wholesale on that volume, okay? Now we don't have that anymore, so it's a lot easier. So now we get paid retail sales profit and then 5%, 10%, or 15%, depending on your position, okay? So you're actually gonna get paid a little bit more money than you used to because you're getting paid on what the customer pays. So it's a lot easier, okay? So let me find, let me show you what I'm talking about here on the incentives, and we'll kind of skip to that. Let me share my screen with you. Let me open this up. I think you guys are going to like it actually better. So let me give you an example. So the incentive that I just put out a couple hours ago, if you look like just right here, can you guys see this okay?
Yes.
Okay. So if you look at like the trio, the price is $300. So basically 100, 200, 300 for that box of Juice Plus that's shipping out. You're always going to get paid a 10% retail sales profit on that trio order. So that 10% of 300, that's easy to figure out. That's $30. Okay. And then if you are at either partner, which, you know, if you're partner plus qualifying sales coordinator, you're going to get more money. Okay. So partner is somebody brand new. We used to call that distributor, would make $30 because that's the sales profit. But what we used to call direct distributors now is partner plus. You get 5%, so there's 15, so they're making 45. And there's another at what we used to call VF is qualifying sales coordinator. Now you're getting 10%, so that's easy. 10% of 300 is another 30, so you're making 60. And then you get 15% at sales coordinator and above. So it's pretty simple to figure out what 15% of $300 is, right? In addition. So this is your totals. So a lot easier, don't you think? Anybody?
Reagan,
Yeah,
can I ask a question?
sure.
So is just the basic partner, is that the position that previously would have gotten $39 and now they're only getting 30? So that's the one spot where
Yeah.
somebody's losing money
A little,
from
well, not,
before. From
right,
before.
right.
Okay.
Is that a
there's-
DD?
That would be a D.
Would have been D,
Deal.
yeah, but now it's a P.
Okay.
So it's P plus QSC and SC, yeah. So a little bit less there. However, for people that are getting now to the partner plus with the incentives, which you guys can go look at that, instead of getting 100, they're getting 50, but they also are getting a conference ticket, which is worth 150. So it's not that much difference really. And when you add the quad in here, we actually get paid more money on the quad, so it all balances out. I don't know about you guys, but most people are ordering quads that I'm talking to. How about you?
I still have some that want to dip their toe in the water, and they'll ask me what I'm doing, and I say, well, the quad, and we also do the shakes, just because we've seen the benefits from those over the amount of time that I've been a distributor.
Right.
I still have people that want to dip their toe in and will start with the orchard and the garden.
Okay.
So then what's the best way then to say it's a great starting point, but we might want to think about eventually adding, how are
So I have to
adding
be
them?
honest that I haven't sold just a fruit and veggie in years. And
Yeah.
so what I say to them is most people start with the trio. Some people also like to add the omegas because omegas are really important. And they always just start with at least that.
I am finding that their physicians, their ophthalmologists and optometrists are pushing omegas.
Yes.
That's been a help for me.
Yes.
So while it's not the trio, I might get the orchard and garden, but
then that's great.
so
and
I kind of still think of that as a trio. Is that a fair?
Absolutely. Here's the thing, you guys. I don't think we want to get worried about, what people are or aren't taking. And you're even going to see on the new bundling package on the order form that Mitra Ray put together, there's even something for the berry and the omega, because she said if it's a price point, she knows they're going to feel less inflammation and their joints are going to feel better with that combination, just to kind of get them starting to do something. So for me, I usually start everybody out on a minimum of a trio. I usually get them on the quad as well, but it just depends on who you're talking to and what's best for them. And there's really no right or wrong answer. Okay. I mean, the fact is if they're getting plant powders in their body, they're going to start to get the benefit. Okay.
Yeah, and I think if we build on that and do really great customer care, a lot of my people who personally do choose to start with just the fruits and vegetables, many of them add the berries by their second shipment.
Right.
Or the omegas. So I think if you I always slip it in with my customer care.
Yes.
Yeah.
That I know you are taking the fruits and vegetables, but we did talk about the berries. did you think you wanted to, try that out or add that to your next shipment? And I would say, I feel like I have like a 90% success
Yeah.
rate when I do that. People are pretty open to it
Yeah.
once they've established the habit too.
Yeah, and we want to make it easy for people to make a choice, right? So we don't want to be, over inundating them with so much information that now they can't decide, right? So I usually give them two choices. Like that's why I always say, this is what most people start with, but a lot of people like to add the omega as well. That's what I take. So, but what works best for you. And so if that doesn't work for them, they'll say, well, I don't know, I'll know if it's a money thing. And I'll say, well, at a minimum, start with the fruit and the veggie,
Yeah.
Or if they're really wanting, like their doctor told them to get on omegas, I'll say, why don't we do, the fruit and the veggie and the omega, or do, now I could say the omega and the berry blend, right? So do what's best for them.
Can I add
Sure.
something to that?
Yep.
So this is a really great technique when you're helping people. This is a way to cast vision in a way. Like when someone gets to 1,200 and they're close to their 2,000 plus, I always say, you know what? I've never had anybody on my team get to 1,200 and not finish it. Okay, I just helped put a really clear vision in their head. So let them know, say, you know what, most of my customers who start on the orchard and garden, they add their vineyard around month 2. So I'm going to put it on my calendar to call you. I'm going to send you a couple of videos and I think you're going to love it. So just be really clear on showing them the next step. They can always say no, but you just gave yourself permission to call back and ask for the sale.
That's right. Excellent point.
And Reagan, me and technology, we're always trying to make friends. But I can tell you that Voxer that Judy Lopez put out, and I'm always behind the curve. I'm going to be that person where all of the videos are all listed now at the Freedom Revolution.
We are.
That has been just a game changer for me to be able to find it in one space, because usually even when I'm talking to somebody that started on the orchard and garden, in the age group that I deal with, there's always an extended conversation that comes up because, oh, well, I have this or my husband has that. And it's made it so much easier just for me to say, take a peek. Here's something that we talked about. So I am super thankful that the company has made it so simple.
Yeah, and that when we talk about keeping things simple this year, you guys, I think that the marketing plan is more simple, but also the 3 tools really that you need to be keeping your eyes on and using is the Healthy Living Revolution for products and programs, right? Especially for the programs, the Freedom Revolution for all of your, like, you found all of those videos and things like that in there to show somebody the compensation plan, whatever, right? And also don't discount your Juice Plus website. I love using the Juice Plus website. Just do a web walk with somebody and say, click here. This is what Juice Plus is. And what I love about that is we control it from seed to soil, and you can kind of walk them straight across. And oh my gosh, look at all these amazing doctors. I bet Dr. Sears, and here's a few others, and they're all associated with us. And so, you can make it super simple to say, gosh, you know what? Why don't you give Juice Plus a try? And you can walk them through putting an order right there. So I use those 3 things, and I don't worry about the perfect video. I don't spend time looking for the perfect video for anybody. I send them to my Juice Plus website because there's a lot of great videos on there, or I might send them to the Healthy Living Revolution if we're talking about Shred 10 or One Simple Change or something like that, okay? So keep it simple. Don't feel like you have to be, this vast knowledge of information. It's all out there for you right now, okay? So anything else around that? Okay, promotions. I want to talk to you guys about this. This is a big deal. One thing that they changed, which we didn't know they were going to change, was that instead, when you start somebody now, it used to be you had 30 or 60 days for that window to start where they could fast track and get those bonuses, okay? Now you have to do that volume, that 1,000 volume for like your HLP in the same month. So I'm not a big fan of it. I'm kind of hoping it changes back for that. Right now, that's the way it is. So I want you guys to really be thinking about when you're scheduling your events, you may want to schedule them towards the end of the month so that when people sign up, you can put all their orders in at the beginning of the next month. Okay, and what that also is going to mean is that if you've got somebody that's getting started, maybe you're giving them a little bit of extra starter set out of your own supply to kind of get them in, so you put their order in the first of the month. Now, I don't want you to worry about this too much, because we're talking about somebody getting started in our business, which is for somebody to get to what was equivalent to the VF, right? Used to be 2,000 points. Now you only need 11 trio orders for somebody to hit qualifying sales coordinator, which is the old VF position. Okay. You're talking about 11 orders. So that needs to be done in a 2-month window. So I don't want you to worry about it too much, but I do want it to be in your consciousness, because it would be a bummer for you to put somebody in on the 30th of the month and then, they need that extra order to get their, bonus for that first position.
Wait, Reagan, say that again. That's different than you have a 2-month window that's
Yes.
not
Everything is going to be based on calendar month. So so for you to do the Partner Plus promotion, that volume needs to come in the same 30 days of that month. So if you're starting somebody, that needs to be done in January. Whether they start on the 1st or they start on the 30th, it doesn't matter.
But the other.
What about the 60 days?
So that needs to be done over a 2-month calendar window.
So it's the same thing.
So if you
Correct.
start somebody on the 30th or the 20th, let's say you start somebody on the 28th of a month,
Mhm.
they
Then
don't
you would-
have
so
to
if
the
that was in
28th of the
January,
next month?
You would have January, okay? You would have January and February to do what would have been the 2,000 plus.
Okay.
Okay, so here, what I don't want you to freak out about it though, because what if they just had one order and it was theirs and you started them and you could say, well, I'm gonna really just start them in February. You just won't, they got paid on that order. They're just not gonna get to count that order in that window, okay? So you get to pick. So here's the other thing. You can restart anybody, anytime. You don't have to worry about when they started. You can say, you know what, we're going to start your fast track over and we're going to do that January, February, or maybe it's now January 27th. You can say, we're going to restart you February, March. So as long as it's in that, either 30 day, that 1 calendar month or 2 calendar month, it doesn't matter. So in a way it's easier, but I just want you to be conscious of it, because it could mess you up if you
But if
started
they
somebody on the 29th.
If they started if they come on and they sign on the 28th of January, we
Get
then
their
have
order
to-
out on the 1st.
Oh,
put it
when
in
we
as a-
put it in, we say when we want it.
Correct. So you could ship that order. Those
Okay.
orders shipping, doesn't matter when they sign up, it's when those orders are shipping.
Order ships.
So that's different, because before it was the day we put them in. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So the great thing is that a lot of people will miss that window because, they're coming on and they're just putting their
Yeah.
little toe in. You can restart them anytime. It just needs to always be in a calendar month or 2. Or if you're looking at sales coordinator 6 months.
Even if they come in like on the 16th?
If they come in on the 16th and you ship an order, that order counts for that calendar month.
So, but you can't restart them the next
You can
month.
restart them anytime you want to. It's just that the way you want to think about it is you need X number of points in a calendar
30-day
month or
period.
2 calendar month. It doesn't matter which 2, but they have to be consecutive.
So then just hold them out until, would you ever sign them up as a rep,
Yeah,
say on the 15th of the month,
sure.
because you want them to have that
Yes.
30-day period? Their order doesn't ship until the 1st of the
you
following
could
month.
do that. And if they did, they wanted their order to ship. Now, here's the thing. If you sign them up on the 15th, they're not going to get their order until, 7 days later anyway. So it's not that far. You see what I'm saying?
So it's from the ship date,
It's from the ship date. Okay.
not the
So
order.
I really struggled with this, you guys. But then I thought, you know what? Wait a minute. Let's not think that way, because if I sign somebody up on the 15th and I want their order to go out because they want it, I know I can help them find another order with somebody they know, right? Like, I'm not going to be so lack thinking. This is the beginning, not the end. They're going to find 5 more orders that next month, and I'll just decide I'm going to start their fast track that next month.
Yeah, because I actually kind of.
But I'm going to let that order ship probably if, it's like the 12th or something.
I actually have a friend that I went to lunch with, and it came up so innocently about Juice Plus, and she came over and she ordered her orchard and her garden. I saw her today because of a class we're going to take. She said, I can't believe how much better I feel, and I have so much more energy, and I'm telling everybody. I really didn't talk to her about the business side. I plan to now. So it doesn't matter. Her order just wouldn't count, right? Her personal order.
Correct.
So if she wants to sign up, and I'm saying everybody usually has 5 people that they embrace this with and share with, then we would sign her up and start her when she wanted to talk to additional 5 people.
Correct.
Her
That's
order
the other
doesn't
thing
count.
is, I bet those people, when you were talking about all those people that you could talk to, who were they?
Yeah.
Would you be willing to host something in your home? And
Yeah.
I'll come over and help you do that. Put all those orders in on the same day.
Okay, got it.
Okay. You
I
see what I'm
have it.
saying? Here's the other thing. Reships count.
So her reship would count?
Yeah.
But that's not going to happen for 4 months.
Well, so yeah. So you would maybe want to put a new order in for her. So,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm just wanting you guys to not freak out about it. It's a little inconvenient, but I think in the long run, when we know that we just need to accumulate those points in a 30 or a 60-day window or a 6-month window, it's just the way it is. Now, here's the funny thing about that. 90% of the people that I have started that have not gone quickly, that ended up getting to that 2,000 plus position, which is now qualifying sales coordinator is what it's called. Most of them didn't really even start until day 50. And then we had an event, and then they put them all in. So it's really not that hard for people to get started. So we don't want to make this hard, but you do want to be thinking about when you're bringing somebody in to maybe say, hey, let's host something. Let's get the word out to your friends. I'll come help you. And you accumulate those points and tell them, so that way they can get this bonus, because it's all, all that volume would go in, this month. Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. But restarts, you guys go through your PVC report. If you've got people that are sitting at just distributor, or now we call it partner, they can restart. We just need to pick, a month for them to do that in. Okay. Or somebody didn't hit their VF 2000 plus. Well, now they can be qualifying sales coordinator. You just need to restart them and pick the 2 months you're going to do that in. Okay. So that's nice. So we don't have to worry about looking up their dates or anything like that. Super simple. Okay. You guys good?
I think so.
Okay, if not, Vox or me, I can help you with that, or we can do a call. Okay, we are gonna go a little bit over. I apologize just because there's a lot of stuff. Okay, second thing is you may have seen some changes with the Shred 10. Praise God, hallelujah. Okay, the Shred 10, we used to do, 10 days, and it felt stressful, and I think a lot of people cheated and fell off anyway. When that program originally came out, it was called Transform 30. Mitra Ray is the one that put that together, and it was really based on 10 guidelines. And so what we have found is that when people come on and it's their first exposure is the Shred 10, they tend to do the shred and then be gone. Okay, that's not our message. Our message is a lifestyle program, and so we really want to be talking to them about one simple change. And if there's somebody that wants to have those quick changes, we can still have them do the Shred 10. We'll get them the Shred guidelines. But, you're going to see some different things happening in our customer care group, and I need some help with that. And one of the things that we're going to do is Thursday night, Dr. Rachel Van Pelt, thank you, Rachel, is going to do, we're going to do a Facebook Live right into that group on intermittent fasting. So I'd like to do a live like once a month at least with a topic of importance that people in that group will find of value that we can discuss around. And that way the people in there don't feel like they're just getting slammed with posts all the time about the same thing every month. I know and I was telling Patty this today, is that I know for me, if I don't want to look at it, I mean, that probably is not a good sign that anybody else wants to look at it either. And we have the opportunity to be able to put some really cool things in there that people are like, I'm so glad I'm in this group. So next week, our event is going to be at 7 in the morning. It's early. Sukhan Hood, our amazing personal fitness trainer, is going to be doing a live plank challenge Monday through Friday. So anybody that wants to get on. So as soon as we get through Rachel's event, I will post that up as an event so that it goes out to all the members in that Healthy Bodies Transformation group, so people can choose to come on, even though they'll get it even if they didn't, but at least they'll see it. But other things I'd like to see too, like Lauren, I saw your how to make plant milk video. I would love it if we put some things like that in there. So I don't think we necessarily need to blast people with so many posts a day. If we have, 1 or 2 a day, but add something that's, thought about, that's something of value, that's where I need you guys to help bring some postings in. So Judy and Missy have really helped to organize that as well. And so we'll be reaching out to some of you to ask you if you're willing to do some things. Like we've got lots of medical people on our team. I'd love to have Jen Rankin do, all about the window into the rest of your health through your mouth, dental health, and tying that back to fruits and vegetables and the shred. So all of the posts that we put in there, I'd like to see that tie back to somehow shred and one simple change in Juice Plus, so that people are getting that message all the time. The other thing is that group, even though it's our customer care group, people don't have to be shredders to be in there. And if you want to put somebody in there just because they're going to get some value, they're going to get some Juice Plus exposure. I'm okay with that. I'd rather us just have a really fun, lively group that people want to actually go in there and see what's new. So great recipes. And I'm open to some ideas. I'd love to brainstorm around that with you guys for anything you feel that you would like to see in that group. So any ideas other than what I've said?
I have a question. So are you going to have a schedule, and people can sign up to do things, or do you want us just to arbitrarily post something?
I think both. I think we'll have some things that are scheduled, but both. We have a Trello board that we spent a couple hours on with some topics. And then I had a great chat with Rachel, and, like one of the calls that she'll be doing in the future here is paleo or keto, or you may be surprised by the answer, right? So things that people are going to wonder about. And it's really interesting because even on this intermittent fasting, I have people coming out of the woodwork that have ghosted me, that have been on our team for years, that are like going, or maybe, So here's the other thing, you guys. If you want to post something, I would love it. You don't need to ask permission to post. Lauren, if you want to go in and do your how to make plant milk, here's something I found helpful, with my family, or how to feed my kids, I would appreciate that. I don't think you need to be on a schedule or asked to do that, but I do want you to kind of look and see. What we don't want to have is everything is on one topic, right? We need to have a little mindset and a little bit of how-tos, a little bit of recipes. But we, as a group, you got to remember this group is for you and your customers. And then for you to also be watching your customers in there, or create a messenger group and say, hey, did you see that awesome recipe? Or did you happen to see how easy it was to make plant milk? Or did you catch that webinar? So you're kind of in contact with the people that are in there. That'll make that group really dynamic. But what's great about it is then you're not having to go out and create another group and do it all. And I will tell you, it's a lot of work to do it all. And that's why together we're amazing. We are amazing. We have such amazing talent. Every single one of you have something to offer. You know, Vicki, something on Tower Garden in there, you know, especially as we get close to spring. I mean, awesome.
Yeah. Or even
Diane, you too. You know, I mean, even a story about how you shared it in the schools and the schools are getting healthy. That's interesting. That's I mean, that's the content somebody's going to want to read about and share, right? That's our goal.
Yeah, I don't think that anyone, unless you've been kind of leading it as your passion and getting Tower Gardens into schools, really understands how many students are being. I added up the other day, I've got over 10,500 kids that are being introduced to nutrition in Tower Garden. I was blown away when I just went, well, 300 here, 1,500 there, and added it up. So it's really kind of rekindled my fire to keep doing what I've been doing.
And that may be one of our next live calls, right? Is kindling the fire for children, you know, to eat healthy, you know, and have one or both of you. I'd like to keep those to like 20 minutes max so people don't tune out.
I would do that.
You know, or a water drinking week. Like, I don't know if somebody wants to sign up for that. I actually need something for the following week. Like somebody that will come on every day and go, hey, it's time to drink our water. We're gonna drink 8 glasses right now. Start our day off right, you know?
That. Yeah.
So who would anybody be willing to do that and come in live and do that every day, Monday through Friday, just for 1 week?
Funny. If you weren't having me do my planking, I'd probably pick up my gallon jug and say chug a lug, everybody. I'm just kidding. I'm
I
gonna
do it.
planks.
I'll do it.
You
go,
Jenna.
Jenna.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Jenna. So
And
the
is
week
that gonna be
after next.
where is that going to be? Like in our Team Healthy Bodies or
No.
a
No,
Facebook
it's
group or?
Healthy Bodies Transformation Group.
Sorry, Reagan, did you see week after next?
Yeah, the week after next. Can you do that?
Okay. Yep.
So what we'll do is we'll put it in as an event. People can sign up. So again, it's all around our healthy habits, but it's something fun. And then people, if you guys find a cool article about, you know, water or exercise or something that goes along with that, put it up. Okay.
Reagan, I just
Yeah.
looked and we have 888 members in that group.
Yes.
And when those live events happen or a recipe or something or some kind of great information happens, since we have that many people in there, I'm sure there must be a lot of partners in there. We could certainly tag our people who are in the group. In other words, if we've got clients in the group and we think it might relate to them and they might get excited about it, we need to tag them and say, hey, you might check this out, kind of a thing, because that at least I'll get a notification for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good. So
Can I
anyway,
put
and then
can I just put a word in there, Reagan?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Let's have Bobby. Bobby, you should do some golf, you know, putting or chipping, just for the fun of it. You could do it in your living room, you know.
we could do it.
I'd watch every day.
I could use that help, Bobby, with my golf and Patty.
Okay, so this will be to be continued. We'll get with you if you're interested or you have something that you would think would be great in there. Please don't be afraid to say, hey, what about this? And let's do it and let's just get it on the schedule. Okay. Okay. Last 2 things real quick, because I don't want to keep you too long. I see we have people dropping. So, did you guys see that I posted up our team murder mystery dinner? Registration is up. If you are coming to conference, I need you to register now if you can. It's $30. That is about half of your ticket. I'm picking up the rest. And you can actually earn your ticket as well, because the incentive I'm running is that if you get 5 trio orders in January and February, or 10 total, I don't care, by the end of February, dinner's on me. Okay.
What about Tower Gardens? How many Tower Gardens?
It's like 3,000 in volume. That's what it is. So the equivalent of 10 trio orders.
Okay.
Okay. So events, things like that, getting people to come to some of the live ones, promoting Rachel's event, inviting people to come in and hear about that. That's another great way. We want to give you guys more online opportunities to be able to do that. So you'll just have to let me know if you do that. And then what will happen is I will reimburse you, but you have to register for dinner ahead of time. Okay?
And so we're doing that on Team Healthy Bodies to register for the dinner?
It's on our Facebook group under, Team Healthy Bodies Facebook group. Yeah, and I also put it on Voxer.
Yeah.
So that link is up there. But you have to register. And I need you, if you know for sure you're coming, if you guys could please register, because in order for us to do the murder mystery dinner, I actually need at least 20 parts that I know are for sure's.
Okay.
And it's going to be 1920s. So think gangster mob flapper girls. And I already have parts assigned for most of you. So as soon as I get your registration and know you're coming, I will ship that out for you. Thank you to Missy for being the first registrant.
Missy.
Got to register Jim too, though. Miss, don't forget. Okay.
Oh, I thought I did.
I don't know. Did you? I'll have to look. You might have. Okay. So if you guys could do that. And then, so our team dinner is going to be Friday night. It's a murder mystery. If you have friends that live in Phoenix and you want them to come, they are welcome. You just have to register them. Okay. And, you guys will need to show up on time because we're going to get started right away. And then National Marketing Director Julie Bera and Sherilyn Felton, two of my other two favorite Peak Team MDs their teams are going to join us as well. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Good.
Okay. So do everybody get the incentive? Do you guys want me to show that to you again? Let me share that with you. So 5 trio orders January and February, so 10 total, so 10 trios. Here's the thing, you guys. Host a couple of get-togethers or bring people to our regional or whatever. 10 trio orders, depending on what percentage you are, is $300 to $750. That's going to pay for your conference mostly, right? Plus, you're going to get your team dinner. Okay, here's another thing. One other thing I forgot to tell you. For qualified business, you guys, we used to be at 24 trio orders. You're going to need to be at 27. So if you've got people on your team that are on the bubble, you may want to host an event and make sure that they are getting that. So you're not losing qualifiers on your team. Okay.
What's that PVC amount, Reagan? So it's not 1,000 anymore. You said 27 trailers. What does that equal?
Oh, you know what it is? Well, let's see. Let's do the math. So it would be 300 times 27 ends up being divided by 4. It's 2,025. And for you to get commission, for people on your team to get commission, they have to be considered active, and that means they need the volume of at least 3 equivalent of 3 trio orders billing out every month. So if you've got people that have been on your team and they wonder why they're not making any money, they might be 1 order short from having that volume of 225 is what you need per month in order to qualify for commissions. It's always been that way. The 1.8 conversion is exactly where we were before. So just know that you want your people, you want to look through your PDC reports, make sure your people are commission qualified. Okay? That's all I got. Any questions?
No, can I just say how excited I am about the murder mystery, because Reagan and I worked on it this weekend, and it's going to be so fun, and just get ready to have so much fun and giggle, and like it's really
So like playing Clue?
Yeah, and it's all of us as characters, and we're kind of already characters, so it'll be really fun.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun. You guys will have plenty of time to go back, get dressed up, and then come over. I've rented a place called the Teapot. It's a little house, a coffee shop in the daytime, but they have this big backyard with all the cute fairy lights and big tables, and we're gonna have food catered in. So trying to keep the costs down so people have, our whole goal is you guys all have fun and we get to play together. So if you guys could please do me a favor and please register for that. If you're in Denver, if you could please register for the New Year, New You Shred regional event, that'd be awesome too. Trying to get everybody kind of, all the chiclets rounded up, going the right direction. So, All right. Well, I am going to stop the recording.